A very nice puzzle which seems very trivial on first glance, but there's a lot of tricks attached to it, literally. What is the best line for Tenpai, and are you somehow able to beat Vela? Yes or no? If your answer is correct, you can make it into the next video which maybe 3 people will watch. Good luck, duelist. Are you able to crack this puzzle? Yes or no? You gotta be, right? Since you're always complaining how easy Tenpai is, and just look how cracked your hand is and how mid this endboard from Ryzel is. You just gotta beat this, right? For sure, for sure. If you are not aware what the Ryzel cards do because you're Master Duel only player or not catched up with the meta, we can have a little read. We only look at the relevant effects for this. Ryzel Detonator states when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can detach one material from this card to target one card on the field and destroy it. Also, if an XC monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one material from this card instead. It has 2 materials attached, one of which is Meteorologic Aggregator. And that one states, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one face-up card on the field, gets its effects until the end of the turn. Then we have Ryzel Cross, which states, once per turn when a monster effect activated by your opponent resolves, you can detach one material from a Ryzel XC monster you control, and if you do, negate that effect. I don't know what Paradise does, it's written here. But let's go cracking. Like what most Tenpai people would do right now here is they would not even think about this, activate Lightning Storm, call back row, chain droplet, negate the detonator, and normal Petro. Like, this would crack like the full Snake Eye board right now, right? So this is very crazy. So we normal Hydra, get Veiled, fine, whatever, Chundra effect, get Paradise, lose. Unfortunate. Well, let's actually try to think about this. So how about we start with like Lightning Storm, then Imperm, the detonator so that he cannot do harm to us. Then we normal Petro. If we get Veiled, this time we have Droplet to dodge. So we get Kaiman. He has no more cards apart from one negated detonator. We have a Chundra and a Kaiman. Like, so this is like easy game, right? We give a Kaiman, Search Genroku, Special Chundra. Like he paradises our Chundra, we still have Genroku left. Right, it's Genroku versus a negated card. What is the worst that could happen? Genroku attack, effect tag out, chain detonator. Detach aggregator targets itself. Chain 1 Fadra, chain 2 aggregator on Fadra. Well, Fadra has to run over the detonator and then you just have to pass because you have nothing else left. If a Ryzel player top takes anything, he wins, otherwise the Tenpai player wins. So what if we try to maybe grab the field spell instead of Kaiman? Maybe this will work. Okay, activate field spell, chain aggregator. Oops. Yeah, so this just doesn't work. So this line is not good. So what else can we try? Maybe we start with Imperm on the detonator. That he will chain detonator, destroy his Paradise. Next up, if we use Lightning Storm on back row, this is the exact same situation we just had. So Lightning Storm, call monsters. Then we can remove the aggregator from the field and then we just win, right? It's like the same line as before, just without the aggregator. Well, no, your opponent says, okay, I let detonator be destroyed. Normal Hydra, get Veiled, and the Paradise and graveyard checks the Chundra, so that's awkward. So what if we maybe try to chain Droplet to the detonator which tries to destroy the Paradise? In that case he has to either give up the Paradise Interrupt or the Ryzel Cross Negate. That seems very nice. And here it's actually not even trivial what the Ryzel player is supposed to do. Because depending on what cards are left in the Tenpai hand, different combinations beat the one combination of cards you can have, but the other doesn't. So here it's a bit of gambling and you have to actually think about what line is better. Because if you keep the material, you just call monsters and then you just normal Petro. You Veiled, you activate Chundra, and this time the Paradise is on field, so you win. But if the Ryzel player chains detonator again and destroys the Paradise, we are in this situation again. Where he has Veiled for the Hydra, and the Chundra is always getting checked by the Paradise, so this is not great. Like if someone submitted this as a solution, like I don't know if I should accept it as correct or not, because technically there's counterplay to it, but there's a very realistic chance that in a YCS game that you win with this. It's up for you guys in the comments to decide if this counts as wrong or not. So let's try again. What else can we do? Like normal Chundra makes no sense because this just loses for a Ryzel Cross effect in the damage step. So yeah, starting with Droplet makes no sense. But what if we normal Pedro? Like this seems so unintuitive and wrong on so many levels. You have like an imperm and a lightning storm in your hand. Like, why would you normal Petro? Like, this can get checked by like 7 different ways. So if it's so bad, like, how do you respond to a list? I give you like 10 seconds. Doop, 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 doop. Well, okay, let's just go into it. Let's assume you just negate Petro with Rising Cross. Then you activate Shundra to special itself. Like, if the detonator uses its effect, you just chain Droplet and then we win. Alright, so this is just not it, so we have to say battle phase here. So you have to Veiler with Shundra. Then you go battle phase, Hydra attack, effect to synchro, Biden target Shundra, chain detonator, chain Droplet, discard lightning storm. And then Valkyrie Regatta negates at Shundra, so Biden runs over detonator, Shundra attacks directly. Main 2, we make seals, and Biden summons itself back and destroys the Rising Field spell. So we got seals, imperm versus just the top deck, so Tenpai is gonna win this. So what else can we try? Like, we could chain detonator to it. Well, then we just chain Droplet, discard lightning storm. What can the Rising play do? I guess chain Veiler. If we do that, we just go battle phase, run over the detonator because he's up from Droplet. Make seals at imperm, pass. And here's the game to be at. You have 2 draws versus seals imperm, which probably is in favor for Tenpai, but it could win both players. So maybe we try to use detonator again, right? So, and then we Veiler it afterwards. In this case, you have detonator, 2 top deck draws versus 1 imperm, and it should not follow up. So this could be either player's game, but I would think that the Rising player is advantaged. But going for this line is pretty risky again, right? It's similar to the other line. Because if he has like any Tenpai spell or something, you just lose. So it's very unintuitive to go for this. But this line here would probably win for the Rising player. So I would also, like, if someone would ask me, like, I would accept the solution Nightfall gave me with Imperm Droplet. I would also accept this Hydra one. So what happens if you just Veiler this guy? It would make no sense to chain Droplet to dodge the Veiler because you just negate Cross in Resolve and you have nothing, so you just have to let this go. Next up, we activate Shundra. Like, do you negate it or do you not negate it? Like, if you don't negate it, this doesn't look that great, you know? Like, you have to stop it. Like, why do you have to stop it? Like this, you can do it by yourself. I just didn't bother putting it in here. But it's correct to negate it. So, in this case, we haven't talked about how many times Rising players use X-Drake, etc. So if you would have said me, okay, I make Typhon here XD, like, I would have accepted this as a solution, you know? Seems a bit like cheating, and frankly, I don't believe he did summon multiple times from the extra deck. But I would still accept it, you know? Like, it's thinking a bit outside of the box, and this would technically be a winning line for Tenpai. So yeah, if you said this, it would have been okay. No one even thought about non-link Python, to be honest. Yeah, so what is like the actual best line for having the most realistic chance of winning a game at the YCS? Like, it would be start with Lightning Storm, and afterwards we just normal with Hydra. Like, we don't use Imperm. Like, we just normal with Hydra. If our opponent chains Detonator, we chain Droplet, and we discard with Shundra. And suddenly, your opponent cannot chain Veiler, if the Detonator is negated. We get to search Kaiman, and we're able to go into battle phase and actually win the game from here. Here in the battle phase, do you activate Kaiman first or do you run with Hydra over first? Like, if you attack with Hydra first, you play a little bit into Gamma and Delta. Are you able to use Kaiman here in the battle phase already, or is the Aggregator Paradise combination too tough to deal with? Like, this is a puzzle for the viewers, so that you can actually do some calculations by yourself, you know? Like, I'm not here to tell you like everything all the time. I mean, you gotta do some of the work too, right? But yeah, so is this a winning line? No, not per se. Like, if you just chain Veiler to the Hydra, we get into this situation again where we have Aggregator attached and Paradise and Graveyard for everything. So this is like the line we had like 500 times already. So did someone actually solve this? Yes, in fact, someone did actually solve this. By the way, this is the endpoint you would have gotten this. And the person who solved this was Nash TCG. Nash is like a very strong Yu-Gi-Oh player who plays a lot of TCG and Master Duel. And he's qualified for the Worlds in Master Duel this year. And he's a very, very hardworking person who's very skilled at the game, and I wish him a lot of luck for the Worlds. So let's see you all in the next video. Bye.